All right, a quick little video on how to use your foam roller. You can use the little ones. I have the really long one here, but the idea is still the same. So the first place I usually like to start is the quads. Quads are on the front of your leg. You're going to bring the foam roller right up to the top of your knees. You're going to come down on your forearms, and you're just going to gently roll along the top front surface of the quads. What you're trying to do is just mobilize the tissue, create a little bit of movement through the foam roller. So these are going to be sort of bigger movements. And then we're going to kind of dive down into some more details. So a lot of tension and irritation happen close to the knees. So we'll start there. We're going to start with the right leg. You're going to go all the way down until the foam roller is right at the top of the kneecap. You want to make sure it doesn't go on the kneecap. That can be very uncomfortable. And what you're going to do is you're going to shift onto your right side. So I have my left knee bent on the foam roller so that I can put a lot more pressure on the right sort of outside corner of my upper leg. I'm going to roll back and forth until I find a little bit of resistance. It can be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be excessively painful. When I find a spot of resistance, I'm going to hang out there. And what you're looking for is, let's say this is a 4 out of 10 from a pain standpoint. I'm looking for it to sort of settle into a 3 out of 10, and then I'll move on to the next area. And I may roll a little bit more. So the outside of the leg, the lateral aspect, so the very, very outside of your leg is where the IT band is. It can be very sensitive, so just be careful there. But you can roll a little bit higher along that IT band and that sort of front outside corner of the upper leg. And so I found another spot. I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to try to relax into it. It's like a 5 out of 10 for me, so I'm going to wait until I get to about a 4 out of 10. And when that happens, it can take a little while. It can take 30 seconds, so you want to be patient with it. When I feel that kind of relax into it, I'm going to move on. And I may go back and forth over that area just to sort of create a little bit more movement. I'm going to keep working my way up until I get to the hip. There's a really interesting muscle at the top of the hip. It's called the TFL. The TFL is found right in sort of the upper corner of your upper thigh. It blends into the IT band. It's a way to create a little bit of flexibility in the IT band. So we're going to find that spot with the foam roller. I'm going to bring it down, find that spot. I'm going to have to roll into it a little bit. So I'm going to roll and weight my right side. And I may go back and forth, side to side over it until I find a spot that feels a little tense or sensitive. So I found that spot. I'm going to hang out here again, wait for the relaxation response, wait for the muscle to relax a bit in response to the stress of the foam roller. And this shouldn't be excruciatingly painful. If it is, you may want to kind of use your hands to pull a little bit more body weight up off that foam roller. If you're not feeling much at all, you can really try to kind of sink into it, really weight that spot a little bit more. So this is relaxing a little bit. I'm going to go side to side, roll back and down a little bit over the area. And it feels pretty good. So this was foam rolling the quads and the TFL specifically, so tensor fascia lata, and that's a part of the IT band. And this is a great way to get a little bit more mobility and feel a little bit better through the tension that develops in the quads from staying. I hope it was useful. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day.